The ocean has always been a place of contradiction. It is the cradle of life and a vast, indifferent grave. It feeds civilizations, carries trade, and connects continents, and yet it also erases people without apology. For centuries, sailors have whispered about ships that vanish, only to return years later. Not wrecked, not sunk, but drifting, empty. These are not legends born from imagination alone. They are real vessels, recorded in logs, investigated by authorities, and witnessed by living crews. They are called ghost ships, and when the ocean gives them back, it never gives back the answers. A storm announces itself. Waves rise, winds scream, instruments fail, fear is loud. But ghost ships arrive in silence. A lookout spots a vessel on the horizon. It drifts unnaturally, ignoring the wind and current. No response to radio calls, no signal flags raised, no smoke from the stack, no lights on the bridge. When another ship finally approaches, what they find is far more unsettling than wreckage. Food left half-eaten, beds neatly made, personal belongings carefully stored, clocks stopped at meaningless hours. The ship is not dead, it is paused. This is not how disasters usually look, and history proves it. In December 1872, the merchant vessel Dei Gratia encountered a ship drifting in the Atlantic Ocean. Its name was Mary Celeste. She was seaworthy. Her cargo of alcohol barrels was intact. Her sails were partially raised. Her lifeboat was missing. But her captain, his wife, their young daughter, and the entire crew were gone. There were no signs of struggle, no blood, no damage, no storm recorded in the area. The ship's logbook ended abruptly, days before discovery. Mary Celeste had not sunk. She had not burned. She had not been attacked. She had simply continued without humans. More than 150 years later, the question remains unanswered. Why would an experienced crew abandon a perfectly functional ship and never be seen again? We fear disappearance more than death. Death has a conclusion. Disappearance leaves the door open forever. Ghost ships confront us with a terrifying reality. Human life can be erased quietly, cleanly, without witnesses. No storm recorded, no pirate attack confirmed, no mutiny proven, no wreckage found. Just a ship without its story. And the human mind is not built to accept unfinished endings. Sailors who have boarded abandoned vessels describe a feeling that words struggle to capture. The air feels wrong, heavy, stale, unnaturally still. Sounds echo too sharply. Every footstep feels intrusive. It feels less like exploring an empty place, and more like interrupting something unfinished. Even hardened seamen report nausea, panic, or an overwhelming urge to leave. Because the ship does not feel abandoned. It feels left behind. In the late 1940s, ships in the Malacca Strait received a chilling radio message. All officers, including captain, are dead. Line in chart room and bridge. Possibly whole crew dead. A rescue vessel rushed to the coordinates. What they found was worse than silence. The entire crew of the Ourang Medan lay dead, frozen in expressions of terror, eyes wide open, mouths twisted, bodies intact, yet lifeless. There were no wounds, no signs of battle, no visible cause of death. As the rescue crew prepared to tow the ship to port, smoke began pouring from the hold. Moments later, the Ourang Medan exploded and sank. No wreckage, no bodies, no final answers. Only a radio message and a mystery swallowed by the sea. Over the centuries, many explanations have been proposed. some logical, some speculative, all incomplete. Sudden natural disasters. Rogue waves can sweep decks clean in seconds, but they do not neatly stop clocks or leave ships operational. Nature is violent, but rarely precise. Poisonous gases. Fermenting cargo or chemical leaks could force crews to abandon ship, but lifeboats often vanish, and bodies are never found. Why flee and never be recovered? Piracy pirates take valuables. They leave damage. They leave survivors. Ghost ships are usually untouched. No theft, no violence, no logic. Mutineers need ships to survive. Why abandon the very thing that gives them food, shelter, and direction? Mutiny explains chaos, not silence. In 1881, the schooner Ellen Austin encountered a drifting vessel in the Atlantic. No crew, no damage. Perfect condition. Captain Baker sent a prize crew aboard to sail it back to port. The two ships traveled together until fog rolled in. When the fog lifted, the prize crew was gone. The ship was empty again. A second crew was sent aboard. They vanished as well. The abandoned vessel drifted away, untouched, unclaimed, and silent, as if the ocean itself refused to give it back. The sea does not testify. It does not confess. It does not explain. Currents scatter evidence. Salt erases fingerprints. Time dissolves truth. A plane crash leaves debris. A crime scene leaves clues. But the ocean, it swallows conclusions. Ghost ships drift like unanswered accusations, with no defendants left to question. Ghost ships did not end with the age of sail. In 2007, the yacht Kaz 2 was found drifting off the coast of Australia. The engine was running. The table was set for a meal. A laptop was open. GPS systems were operational. Life jackets were still on board. But the three experienced sailors were gone. No storm, no distress call. No bodies. Technology watched everything and explained nothing. Perhaps the most unsettling part of ghost ships is not their disappearance. It is their return. Years, sometimes decades, later, these vessels resurface far from their intended routes. They drift into shipping lanes, wash ashore, or appear near busy ports, as if time itself forgot them. The ocean could have kept them forever. Instead, it releases them, like a reminder. For families, ghost ships are not mysteries. They are open wounds. No remains to bury, no certainty to accept, no closure to find. Hope lingers, cruelly, longer than grief ever should. Every discovered vessel reopens the question, could this finally be the answer? Usually it is not. In a world saturated with data, mystery has become rare. Ghost ships resist explanation. They refuse neat endings. They survive investigation. And in doing so, they remind us of something uncomfortable, that control is an illusion, that certainty is temporary, and that the ocean does not owe humanity answers. Somewhere, right now, a ship may be drifting, its engines silent, its deck empty, its story unfinished. It may travel for months, years, decades, and one day, it may be found. Not as a wreck, not as a ruin, but as a question. Because the ocean does not always destroy what it takes. Sometimes, it gives it back, empty, and waiting for us to wonder why.